Hello there, Starlets, and welcome back. So we're going to have a flip through of the Seed and Sickle Oracle deck by Fez Inkwright. I've been waiting on this deck. It feels so long. I had it on pre-order and I could not wait to get my hands on this beautiful hedge witchy, green witchy gorgeousness. So this is the 5th time I've made this video. It's been a bit of a process, so hopefully this version of the video gets out so I can continue the rest of the content which I wanted to follow this one. So as you can see, the box, divine. I love everything about this deck. The box, oh, it's just like a little secret garden treat. My goodness. Look at this. Look at this. This barcode is made of herbs and flowers. I have nothing to say. I saw this and it made me smile. It was one of those small moments, and the artwork is just this divine, gorgeous garden utopia of goodness. And look at this sneak. There's this sneaky like pop-up thing here, one to wither, one to grow, one for the she and one for the crow. This is every like secret compartment lover's dream. So if you ever loved like secret compartments in boxes, which is me all over, you get a little bit of something here. And we're just going to slide the gorgeous little box out. This has the cards in and the 2 booklets. And as you are going to be able to see a little bit from the decoration, everything is very much split up into dawn and dusks and cycles of living. We have all of the seasons in the cards. So it moves through spring, summer, autumn. I tried to get rid of summer. It didn't happen. I'd keep trying. The world won't have it. And winter. And I absolutely love the liminal nature of the idea of having 2 ways of reading the cards depending on what it is that you're looking for, what it is that you're seeking answers to, the kind of energy you're in, or even the time of day that you're reading the cards. So we're just going to have a little look at the booklets first. Again, that stellar artwork with all this. It's very ethereal and full of light and breath almost. When you see some of the artwork, it's like there's a lot of air involved. There's this very genteel pastel palette with pops of colour, and each one really plays with the idea of each individual card, as we will see how the plants are represented as we move through. We're going to have a look at the deck here, the book for the dawn side of the deck here. That was some interesting wordplay, and we're just going to flick through a little bit so you can have a look at the book. It's beautifully augmented with some of the artwork again, and here you have the quick meanings, and you can see here that spring is at the top, and where you see like the seed for the first card, that will have 2 meanings. This one is the dawn, and there you can see summer and autumn. I'm not calling it fall, and winter. And I'm just going to flick through some of the artwork on the corners, and you can see how lovely and ornamental and just how vibrant and alive this deck is. But what I really love about it, apart from the puppy card, which is my favourite, or one of my favourites, is the feeling of living in harmony with the spiritual ecosystem, with ecology, with getting back to the idea of being in a cycle, and the liminal spaces of dawn and dusk when potential exists in 2 ways. So at dawn you have all the potential of the day, and here you can see the different readings, the different meanings quickly in the dusk book. So for dusk is when you are winding down, but you are also getting ready for all the possibilities in the state of dreaming, of sleep, of night. And here at the back you can also see that a few different spreads are here present as a suggestion on how to use the cards. If you are new to this or you're stuck, some simplistic ways of connecting them. That's always lovely. bonus points for that, and they're unusual too. It's not just the standard ones. So the 2 little guidebooks, me loves it. And it kind of represents that seed and sickle. So dawn for seed and sickle being dusk at the end of the deck. And you will see that the first card is seed. And this is the back of the cards before we move on to that. And the final card will be sickle. So this is the gorgeous little... There it is, there it is. There's the seed, there's the sickle, and we're going from a journey. And that's very cyclic, it's very witchy, living in harmony with the seasons and connecting to the earth around you. And that's on a lot of our minds at the minute, you know, the importance of the planet, and how we need to get back to living in harmony with the cycles of it. So we're going to flick through now, and you will see some beautiful imagery. I'm going to stop on the odd card that I really love, like bracken, which is fern in my mind, but I love the hand placement here, and ferns, I have a big love of them, so it was a big driving force. We're currently in spring, as you can see, with these lovely pastel colours. Here's one of my favourites. This is Poppy. I just love that Scully in the middle. I love all the hints and the ideas of imagery. There's a couple of cards actually in spring that I absolutely resonate really strongly with. Here we have a snack. We have many snacks, well, a few snacks anyway, in this deck, which I super love because they are transformational and powerful and often overlooked. Happy to see Cornflower. Pimpernel with its little compass at the centre had me very enamoured, and it looks very much like the kind of wall art you might see in mural painting. So as we move into oak, we've come to summer, and you can see the palette changes into these deeper, stronger reds. We've still got those hints of pastels throughout, but everything is a little bit more bolder in the summer, and you can feel the shift in the colour tone palette, and I appreciate that. Here we have Foxglove, which is the first of our Banefuls, although Foxglove is semi-baneful, but we're going to get some proper Banefuls as we move through the deck itself. One of the reasons I was super excited to see it, and here we go, Belladonna, and the big black hen is at the centre, and that's Ceridwen, and there are a number of synchronicities in this card. So yellow Belladonna is the super rare kind, which if you've been with me all year, you know is the first kind of Belladonna that I found in real life and took pictures. And then the shears, it's been a kind of year for like the slicing away of things, and that's going to continue, I think, into early 2022. Here we have Willow with the lovely ellipsis at its centre, and I love that. I love those little key parts of imagery in each of the cards. Absolutely delightful. Here we have Hawthorne, one of my favourite trees. So happy to see it. And it's the last one in the summer, and we move on to autumn with Feverfew. And autumn is my favourite and contains many of my favourite cards. Just how beautiful mustard is. Absolutely gorgeous. And we have mushrooms. We have the mushroom, and I love to see it. I'm so happy because it is so gorgeous. It also has the moon phases on, and another snack, which I really love. And I love dandelion, which is coming up here too. I thought that was really, really interesting. And beneath it is elder, and we're going to be connecting more deeply to elder, and this card is one of the ways we're going to do it, which is why this video needs to come first. Ivy is another one of my favourite plants, and here we have Ragwort, which was one of the reasons I bought this deck. So Ragwort is an often overlooked witch herb. In Europe, witches were originally said to fly on ragwort, not broom. So it was very much associated with witches back in the day, and today it's largely ignored, except by those little caterpillars who are enjoying it. Nom 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 nom. So here we have Thistle. I do love the imagery, the starkness, the brightness of some of the cards. So impactful. And here we have Blackthorn, and another one of these hand cards. It really sold it to me. Blackthorn is one of my big loves, as did Rose, because Rose is so unusual. It's not soft, it's complete strength, and that's at odds at how Rose is usually portrayed, so I love that. Into winter we go with an eel. We're in Morriganic territory now, as you will see on the next card with the raven. So unusual to see an eel, especially in a herb deck, but it's very more organic and I love it. So you'll see in the winter we've gone into much deeper, more purpley tones. Oh, look how beautiful citrus is. It's so powerful. And this is actually the first card I pulled for myself. And we have Aconite Baby. Oh, look at it. Look at it. So beautiful. So beautiful. Hello, Mr. Robin. Mr. Robin says hi. And then some mistletoe. And chamomile made me giggle because that's the exact cup pretty much we used for the chamomile video here on Patreon. And this was before. Oh, and we're going to have a closer look at henbane because henbane had me going. Because look, these are these raindrops, but then these nooses. And then at the center, you've got this very Ursula looking, you know, when she's like 3 days to win the heart of the prince. And I was like, oh no. And now I fortunately know a little magic. It's a talent that I always have possessed. I've been singing that since I thought that earlier. An apple, oh, just gorgeous. And then we arrive at the sickle here at the end. So that's the flip through of all the cards. And I have to say it was worth the wait. I am absolutely enamored with this deck. There's nothing I don't like about it. I love every single card. I love the two-tone analysis of it. I love the artwork. I love the vibe. I love the Hedge witch feel. I haven't been this in love with an Oracle deck for a very long time, and it was a much needed spring of inspiration and beauty. So I highly recommend it. I hope you enjoyed this video, my darlings, and I'll talk to you soon.